All right. They thought they were going to be better defensively. They're not. Can they outscore people? Can they throw it up? Can they win basketball on grass? They got some big some big wings out there. We call them big wings. They be small forwards on the basketball court. So they have some talent. I think, after Ohio State, the best receiving cores in the Big Ten, other than Michigan, are Maryland and Michigan State. Michigan State might have better wideouts than Maryland. I wonder what you thought of them when you watched them on film.
They're big. They win jump balls. Michigan State likes to go max protection and throw the ball deep, whether it be a go route or a post route, and give that guy a chance to make a play. And having a chance to watch a little bit of Washington, they played outside technique. They did not allow the fade route or the corner route. They forced them inside to the safety's help, and they got a couple of interceptions off of it. But to me, I still think as a defensive head coach, Tucker, if he could run the football and shorten the game, protect his defense, he would. They get behind early and often, so guess what you have to do then? You have to throw the football. I think they're going to come in trying to run the football, run some boots and nakeds, try to hit a few plays, throw some deep balls, and keep the game close as they possibly can by taking time off the clock. Because I would want Michigan's offense out there.
Mm-hmm. So here's the thing, Vance, as I look at the way in which, like you talked about with Washington, the success they had playing outside technique. I'm curious why didn't every team after that try to copy that? Especially like I'm watching Wisconsin last week, and they got beat with phase all damn day. Like, I mean, why aren't you doing the same thing?
Because a lot of coaches stick to their rules. You got certain rules about splits. If a guy lines outside the numbers, I'm inside technique of the ball in the hash. The ball's in the middle of the field, at least 8 yards from a tackle. I'm in a certain position. Well, Maryland didn't care where they line. They said, we're going to take certain plays away, and that's what they did. But if you stick by your basic split rules that defensive backs coaches have, it's going to get you in trouble. If I'm playing these guys, I'm playing outside technique. You better be almost 3 yards from the sideline for me to ever get inside, because I'm not going to give the fade route, the corner route. Washington played the curl and the squaring route from outside in and made some plays. But they say we're not going to allow these big 6'3" receivers to beat us on jump balls by going down the sideline. And I thought it was a great game plan. And if I'm Michigan, I'm going to really watch those guys, what they did. I might call a secondary coach and say, why did you do what you did?
Mm-hmm. All right. So one of the things you've been talking about with Michigan for all season long, certainly once we got into the Iowa game and beyond, linebackers and coverage. And I got to tell you, Vance, as much focus as there is, and understandably so, on their receivers in the matchup with Michigan's corners, I feel good about that. I feel good about how Michigan's corners will match up with those receivers, right? And I'm curious your perspective on that. But I am concerned. I'm more concerned about linebackers in coverage against a talented group of tight ends, and what I thought was probably a breakout game from a guy that a lot of Michigan fans will know out of Oak Park, and Malik Carr. He had a big 70-yard reception last week. They got the transfer kid from Illinois. That's a really talented guy. That's a spot in the field where, if I'm Michigan State, I'm trying to attack.
Well, they're a West Coast offense. They do a lot of things over the ball. So for a base route, for example, outside guys run curl. The number 2 guy goes direct over the ball, 10 yards, and guys in the flat. So if the curls are taken away, the first throw right now is straight to the tight end. He's 10 yards over the ball. Okay, you get in the red zone. They like to run corner routes with the guys. So it's drop back pass. It's drop back pass. We should get a great pass rush. If I'm working my linebackers this week, everything I'm doing is matching up. I'm putting a body on a body. If I see a back going hard outside and I got a number 2 to my side, I'm telling my guy, go put your body on his body and take him away. And that's how you take those things away. The next thing is the offensive line. The key to this ball game is a D-line and the D-line coach. Because if they did a great job of watching Michigan State's offensive line, there are a lot of things that tell you what's going on. If both tackles are standing up in a 3-point stance, it's a pass. They should be teeing off. Okay. If his leg is way back, it's a pass. If his hand is both offensive tackles' hand on the ground, it's a run. If you get the quarterback on the center, alert for naked and boots, and you set and ready to go. So it's a lot of tendencies that can help us defend those tight ends in a deep ball.